Where is the best place to invest in 2011? It is a common question amongst property investors, especially at the start of a new year, to ask where is the best place to invest in property. The property investment market can often be confusing and bewildering, especially to newcomers to the property investment scene. The first place most investors start is the internet. Surfing the World Wide Web these days is seen as common practice to find out facts and figures, as well as sourcing the best investment opportunities around. The information, though, can be confusing even to the most experienced investor, as many of the big agents offer conflicting advice as to where actually be this year's hotspot. The last year, 2010, has been one of mixed fortunes. Property guru traditional second home destinations this week announced Spain, top France, 5 picks for overseas investment for 2011. Still feeling the harsh effects of the world financial crisis. Number 1, Brazil. Other mostly non-Eurozone number countries 3, the USA, such as certain areas number of the 4, USA, Egypt, Brazil, and number Turkey, 5, Vietnam, have flourished. Overall levels of property investment rose in 2010 compared to 2009, with knowledgeable investors maximising on the foreclosure bargains available as the property market cycle reached bottom. Below market value residential developments such as those in Florida sold quickly, as did properties with rental guarantees and finance packages, as buyers sought security and minimal financial exposure. Brazil has seen a massive growth over the last 3 years in the way of property investment, and areas in the northeast of the country, namely Natal and Fortaleza, have seen massive growth in overseas property investors buying up off-plan projects. The biggest problem with Brazil, however, is that many of the off-plan projects suffer when trying to obtain the 5 different stages of building licenses that are legal requirements in order to actually get a project off the ground. This, coupled with the fact that Brazil is still classed as an emerging market due to its lack of currency stability and its lack of infrastructure in many of its towns and cities. Turkey and Egypt both did well amongst overseas property investors during 2010, mainly due to low entry-level pricing and their currencies being in the non-Euro zone. However, the amount of political unrest in these two areas makes it a cautious investment in my book for the forthcoming year. Both these areas are marketed heavily as being able to attract high level of rental income, although Foreign Office travel advice advises against travel to any area of political unrest, meaning many of the rental schemes discussed could be fruitless if potential tenants do their research prior to travelling. Overseas property investment in Vietnam is increasing, while local affordability is also on the increase. Since various changes to financial and real estate investment laws in 2006, property in Vietnam has become an easier option to many foreign investors, and many believe that Vietnam will become the next Thailand as a retirement and holiday home hotspot. Tourist figures are rocketing, and new highly affordable 5-star golf resorts are currently being built to further boost the property investment market. The only concern with Vietnam is that many parts are still very much third world, and the lack of infrastructure means yet again it is very much an emerging market with little or no investment history to judge how the future will pan out. The third investment hotspot on Mackenzie's list was the USA. Out of his top 5 predictions, the USA is the only established property investment market with good infrastructure and optimal tourism industry. Parts of the USA, such as Florida, are offering stabilizing economy, with Florida's economic output being 5% of the national output. Property prices in Florida are currently 25% below the country's average and up to 70% below market value. Given that the market is cyclical, Florida's pricing will bounce back over the next 5 years, meaning buyers in 2011 will see good capital growth and equity by 2016. This, coupled with the excellent and buoyant tourism industry, for me, sees the USA, and even more specifically Florida, as the number one choice for overseas property investment for 2011.